Hey everybody, Lance here. Wanted to show some trades for today, December 28th, 2021. You may notice I haven't made any videos for a while. Actually took a little break from trading for a bit, focused on a few other things in my life. And another reason I haven't been making videos is I felt they were getting redundant. It was just videos of me doing the same thing every day and didn't think it was really offering too much. But I have changed up a couple of things in my trading. It's a little bit different. First of all, the risk reward ratio is quite a bit different. I had gotten away originally from my 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. You may remember a long time ago I was doing a 40 tick target with a 40 tick stop loss. It was a stressful type of trading. You had to have a very accurate win rate, very precise entries, and I found that no matter how precise my entries were, there's very little to do to control it. My adrenaline was constantly going. So then I switched over to a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio where I had a 50 tick stop loss and a 100 tick target. And I started getting much better results with that. In fact, I was pretty happy and I think I could do well long term with that. But the last month and a half, I've been even taking this concept further with a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. I'm using a very tight stop loss, a 30 tick stop loss on NQ with a 90 tick target. And it's actually, I did simulation for about 5 weeks straight. This is like the first week I've been live with this. And it's going very well. So I'm going to show a couple of trades. But what's great about this is that if you can average a 40% win rate, you can do fantastic on this system. And you won't even get hurt if you have a 30% win rate. That means you lose 70% of the time. You're still not going to lose money. So it's pretty interesting. I go into a trade and I do not interfere. It's just set and forget. And if I'm up 60 ticks and I end up losing the trade, so be it. Because if I get out and it goes 2 ticks from hitting my stop and then comes back down, the whole system, the statistics, everything's messed up. So I've been learning to just go in the trade and that's it. Okay, so here's trade number one. This is pretty much into the open, just about 4 minutes into the open. And if you watch this, I'm just scrolling through it. That's a 90 tick target, 30 tick stop loss. And it hits it. So you can see, and that hits it in about 2 minutes. So it only took 2 minutes to make 90 ticks. Because in the open, in the first hour of the NQ, price can move very fast and very far. Okay, about 9:42, I took another trade. Right at 9:40, we suddenly got from the little downward push an upward pop. And often 10 minutes into the open, you can see a little move like this happen. I also on my 1 minute saw this little bit of resistance I drew and kind of an M formation type thing happening. So I took this trade here. Again, you can see the stop is just very tight. And here's my target. So I'll scroll through that. Now look, I got, I was up about 65 ticks at one point in this trade. The old me would have broke even, it would have scratched. But a lot of these trades, sometimes they'll do all of this and end up hitting the target. You never know. I mean, you just can't predict which one's going to win, which one's going to lose. There it almost hits my stop by about 1 tick. I'm still at this point not sure. It could still win. And you see it's pushing back down again. But nope, it loses. So that's a 30 tick loser. So I have one 90 tick winner, one 30 tick loser. So still doing okay. I'm going to show you trade number 3. Again, we were in this area. We had not gotten through this little resistance area. You see on the 1-minute chart, it was about 946. And you can see starting to make some lower highs. Starting to make a lower high, starting to push through that little range it was in. Nothing that I'd say was a fantastic entry, but I just felt it was moving down from the little pattern that I've seen for many years. So I took this trade again, 30 tick stop loss, 90 tick target, and then it was hands off, set and forget. And for a couple of minutes it doesn't really make much ground, then it starts pushing down. And that was a 90 tick winner. And again, not a long trade, maybe 3 minutes. So people who's, real big into scalping NQ, they got to get just 20 ticks, 30 ticks, and think, wow, 90 just, I used to think 90, that's a lot of ticks. I don't know, but it makes it rather easily. And yes, 30 ticks was tighter than my 40 ticks and my 50 tick stop loss, but again, if I'm right 40% of the time, we're in business. Okay, on this last trade, I didn't really hit the record button until a little bit late into it. But again, it was one of these lower lows, lower high patterns starting to happen, and took the entry, I think, about right here. And this one started moving down pretty quick. This was about 5 minutes into the news that came out at 10 o'clock. And nice little win there. So ended up pretty good on the day. But very excited about this system. Getting a lot of positive expectancy, and I definitely will check in from time to time to update on the progress. But the 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, I'd say this is the most confident I've ever been about a trading system. All right, that's it.